It's Esper, the jeans low head, high arms crossed kid with the black tee.
So welcome back to my channel, you guys. I'm back with another story time. Comment down below what kind of videos you guys like to watch. I feel like I've been noticing that my vlogs don't really get any views, no likes, no nothing. So I think I might stop doing vlogs completely. So my videos might start to be out a little bit more spread out, just because I don't know what kind of content I could post. Just comment down below, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys like to see? And I got you guys. But like I said, we're back with a oh my god, you're so abusive. But like I said, I'm back with a story time. These are my favorite types of videos to do, and this is a story time that I have been on you guys for a very long time already. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I posted a video back in June when I had COVID, I was telling you guys about how my legs felt really weak and numb, and I told you guys that that had happened to me before a few years back. So that's gonna be this story. So I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that my legs gave up on your girl. They just stopped working. I'll tell you guys about that and the aftermath, and it hadn't happened to me again up until when I had COVID. Hopefully it never happens again. Luna is here. She's right here. Say hi, Luna. Hi, mamas. Hi, mamas. She's gonna be right here because she'll be running around everywhere. I still remember the day like it was yesterday because it was a very crazy experience and it was very scary, and every time I think about it I start to panic a little bit because I'm like, what if it happens again? What if this or that would have happened? It didn't, but I don't know. So it happened in the summer of 2016, and as you guys know, I have two kids. Gianni, he was born in 2011, and then Addie was born in 2015. If you guys have been watching my videos or anything, if you guys see my postpartum depression story, then you guys know that my body was completely out of whack for like a whole entire year, a little bit over a year. That year was just, my body was just going through a lot of crazy things that I had never gone through before. So I think this is one of the things that was associated with that. I don't know. The doctors were never able to find out what exactly happened. So we're gonna go back to a few weeks before the actual day of this incident. I started to notice that sometimes when I would just be standing, or sometimes when I would be getting into my car, I would feel like little spiders were crawling on the bottom of my legs. So like from my knee down, I would feel like there was spiders crawling on my legs, and it used to freak me out because where I live there's like a lot of spiders. And this one time this big ass spider came in, like fell from the tree, and it came into my car, onto my McDonald's, my cup holder, had my sodas on them. This big ass spider fell in. I was so freaked out. So I would feel spiders crawling on my legs. So I would get kind of freaked out because I'm like, that big ass spider that fell out from that tree that one time. I would feel that a lot, and I would look down and there wouldn't be anything there, but I would feel it. So I started to notice that, but nothing else. So the day of this incident, summer 2016. So Addie's not even a year old yet. She wasn't gonna turn a year till September 2016. She was still a little baby. So this day, I was outside and I was cutting my dog Mickey's hair. If you guys remember Mickey, he's my dog, and this is so sad because tomorrow it'll be a year since he passed away. It sucks. This story, Mickey was in it, and I was outside with him and I was cutting his hair. If you guys haven't seen my videos of me trying to give my fur babies haircuts, you guys need to watch that. I will link it up here somewhere of that fucked up haircut I gave Panchito. But you know, I do it because your girl trying to save money. They be charging hella money at PetSmart to cut their hair, and I'm like, fuck it, I could do it. So I was outside and I was trying to cut Mickey's hair. So I was like squatting down and I was cutting his hair, and as I was squatting, I fell to the side about like 3 times, squatting there cutting his hair, and I would like fall to the side because my legs would kind of just go out, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? So I'm wondering what the hell, but I'm not too worried about it because, you know, my legs are good. You know, I've never had like a weird slip, a weird fall, none of that, so I'm good. You know, maybe I need to drink some water, I don't know. I'm not really thinking too much of it. I just noticed that I keep falling to the side. So I finished cutting Mickey's hair, and then I come inside and I notice that as I'm walking, I can't really feel my steps. The best way I could explain it is like I felt like my legs were asleep. You know, have you ever gotten like numbed for something and you can't really feel it. Like, you can kind of feel it, but not really. Does that make any sense? That's kind of what I felt. I went to sit on the couch, and I remember texting my mom and telling her, like, something kind of weird's going on with my legs. Like, they feel like they're asleep. We were kind of talking back and forth about it, but no big deal, right? It's not really a big deal. I had an appointment that day for my kids, and it was not that far from my house. It's like maybe like a 5-6 minute drive. I put the kids in the Tahoe, that big ass. If you guys haven't seen my story time of me driving my car into a ditch, I showed you guys a picture of this big ass Tahoe that I used to drive, and that's the one I was driving that day, right? So I'm driving. I did notice that while I was driving, I would have to really press down, like either on the gas or on the brake, just because I couldn't get like the full feeling of if I was pressing down or not. You know, I get to my destination, everything good. So my dad calls me. He asked me where I was at. I told him, oh, I have an appointment for the kids. You know, it's gonna probably be like 30-45 minutes, but I'll call you after. So my dad was like, all right, cool, I'll see you, you know, once the appointment's done. So, you know, I get down from the Tahoe, I'm taking out the kids, and I had Addie inside of that little, like, what are they called? It's those little things that, like a little backpack kind of thing where you put the baby in there. Grab Addie, put her in there, and then, you know, take out Gianni. The parking lot isn't even far from the building. So, you know, I get down, and I'm walking with my kids. And I'm walking. And the next thing I know, everything goes black. And after that, I hear somebody yelling out.
No. Are you okay? Ma'am, are you okay?
I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck's going on? You know? So I open my eyes and I'm staring at the sky. So I'm like tripping out, you know, because I'm like, what the fuck? And I still hear this guy yelling out like,
Ma'am, are you okay? Oh my god, are you okay?
I was like, what the fuck? So I'm kind of confused. I'm, you know, like, why am I looking up at the sky? And I realize I'm laying down on the floor. Like outside, I'm on the floor laying completely flat, and that's why I'm looking up at the sky. So this guy, he runs over and he's like,
oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay?
I was like, what? Like, what the hell happened? You know, so I'm confused and I'm like, I don't know what happened. And he tells me, he's like,
I seen you were walking and then you just fainted.
and I was like, what do you mean? You know, so I'm like tripping out, and he's trying to help me up, and I can't get up. And he was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't feel my legs. And I couldn't feel my legs from like the knees down. Both legs, I couldn't feel them. And, you know, they're like, oh my god, all right, do you want us to call you an ambulance? And like, because some lady came running over and they wanted to see if I was okay, because like I have my two kids, you know, I have Addie right here. So when I fell, Addie fell with me, but I fell back. Thankfully, I fell back. Every time that I think about this story, I'm like, fuck, if I would have fallen forward, oh my, all my weight on my little baby, oh my god. So thankfully, I fell backwards. Some more people came running over and they were like asking me, you know, are you okay? And this, asking me all these questions. I told him, like, I can't feel my legs, like I can't get up. They're like, do you want us to call you an ambulance? And I'm like, yeah, because I don't know, like, I don't know what has happened. My legs are just not working. I have fallen and I can't get up. I'm confused. They call an ambulance, and I'm like, okay, I need to call my dad, because they were trying to take some of the people, they were trying to like take Addie, you know, to hold her, and she started crying and she was freaking out, and I'm like, no, like, I need to call my dad. I need to call my dad. I need to tell him what happened. And also because the kids don't like to go with anybody else that isn't, you know, like my parents, and especially the baby, like Addie, she's been so attached to my dad that I'm like, if I need to go to the hospital, my dad needs to be here, because he needs to take care of the kids. Like, Addie's gonna freak out. And okay, so I'm calling my dad and he doesn't answer, and I'm like, oh my god, Dad. So I text him like, Dad, answer, it's an emergency, 911 emergency. And, you know, my dad calls me and I'm like, Dad, I don't know what happened. I guess I was walking and I fainted and my legs don't work. I can't feel them. They called an ambulance. They're coming for me, but you need to come because you need to take care of the kids. And my dad's like freaking out. He's like, I'll be right there. So, you know, we're waiting for the ambulance. We're waiting for my dad. I'm just there. Janet's just like, just looking at me like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. And I'm so confused because I don't know what the hell happened either. Like, one minute I was walking and the next minute I'm laying on the floor. I never even made it inside the building. you know. And they had asked me, they were like, why are you here? And I told them it's because I have an appointment. I have an appointment right now in a few minutes. And so they were like, okay, don't worry, like we're gonna go and tell them that, you know, you had an accident out here and that you're not gonna be able to make it and this and that. So I'm like, thank you guys. Like, shout out to all those people that helped me that day. I do not remember. I'm really bad with faces. I forget a lot of things. So I don't remember what everybody looked like, but I just remember everybody being really nice. You know, so they went and let the people I had my appointment with, they let them know that I wasn't going to be able to make it. And, you know, I'm just waiting there, waiting for my dad, waiting for the ambulance. And so the ambulance gets there. You know, with all their stuff, they're ready. And they're like, what happened? And I told them I was just walking and then I was on the floor, and I did notice that my left foot, I noticed that there was like a bump on there. So I was looking at my feet and I was so confused, and they were asking me like, can you move your feet? And I would try and my legs wouldn't do anything. So they were like, all right, let's see if you can feel this, because I told them like my legs feel numb, like I don't know, like I've been, you know, like I told them about what had happened that morning and about how I had been feeling. They were like, all right, can you feel this? And they were rubbing something on my foot and I could barely feel it. Like, how do I explain it? It's just like, it was just like that numb feeling. My legs were just numb. At the same time that they got there, my dad got there and he grabbed the kids, and you know, Addie, she was like relieved because it was my dad. And so the kids went with my dad, and the ambulance let them know that I was going to be going to Rose Medical Center, which is one of my favorite hospitals because they be taking care of your girl. We get in the ambulance and they're asking me all of these questions. And I told them, you know, like all that I could remember. Like I was just walking 1 minute and the next minute I was on the floor. So they were like writing everything down, and they were like, yeah, we have a, how old was I at the time? I was like a 23, 22. I think maybe I was like 23. And I said, we have a 23-year-old female who was walking that she blacked out. And I was like, I didn't black out. I don't know. I was just walking and then I don't know, I guess I did black out. You know, sometimes, like, I'm trying to talk to them, because they're asking me, they're like, has this ever happened before? Do you have any medical problems? And I'm like, no, I had a baby, like, a few months back. I don't know, like, I feel like I'm pretty healthy, I don't know. And as we're driving there, I'm noticing that my left foot, the top of my foot is getting, like, big. You know, I'm, like, asking the paramedic, I'm like, do you like, am I tripping, or did I like hurt my foot, or, you know? So she's taking a look and she's like, oh yeah, it's definitely swelling. And I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? So I'm like freaking out, you know? So boom, we get to the hospital and they're like telling the doctors about what had happened and everything. So the doctor's checking me out. My legs are still numb. So they wanted to take an x-ray of my foot just to make sure that I didn't break it, because I guess when I was walking like this, and I guess when I fell forward, my left foot went like this on the floor as I fell, and somehow I was able to turn around. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you guys exactly how it happened, because I don't know. I don't know what happened. They checked it and everything, and I was like, you know, I hope I didn't like hurt my, like, I hope I didn't like fracture my fucking foot or something, because a few weeks before that, my dad had actually gotten hurt at work. He like stepped, and I guess he stepped wrong, and he kind of he hurt his ankle. It didn't break, but it was all like really bruised and stuff, and he had to be walking around on crutches and stuff. So I was like, oh no, I don't want to be on crutches. Like, you know, how am I going to take care of both of my kids walking around with crutches? You know, like, Addie, she's still in diapers. I still need to be carrying her. So, you know, I'm like worrying, like, God, please don't let me have broken my fucking foot. I'm so stressed out, you know, but at least my dad's there. He's there with both of the kids and waiting there trying to figure out what the fuck happened. So they checked my foot, and luckily it's not broken. Nothing happened. It just, I guess I just smacked it really hard on my way down. I didn't know this at the time, but it was gonna hurt when I got some of the feeling back in my legs. We're there for a few hours. We're checking everything out. Everything else looks fine. So they were like, you should definitely go see your primary care doctor tomorrow if you can, just so that you can tell the doctor what had happened, and so they could check you out and see what the fuck. They had put my foot in a wrap to try to help with some of the swelling. So, you know, I got home and I just remember I was like sitting in bed and I was like, fuck, like, I don't know what the hell happened. Bitch, I'm so confused. This shit looks like that shit gonna hurt. This shit looks like it's gonna hurt when I get feeling back. I scheduled my appointment for the doctor the next day, And, you know, my dad, he had to go with me, and, you know, he's like helping me with the kids and stuff. By this next morning, I had gotten, I can't even say like good feeling. I was like walking, like I could not control my feet. My feet were going like all over the place as I would try to walk because I didn't really have feeling in them. At this point, I still haven't felt the pain in my foot. I still can't feel it because I don't really have any feeling in my legs. And it, like I said, it was just from the knees down. That's it. We go to the doctors. Like I said, I'm having the hardest time walking back. And I see my doctor, and he asked me, like, what happened? I told him, I honestly have no idea. Like, yesterday I woke up and I noticed that I felt, you know, like my legs felt kind of weird. I would feel like spiders were walking on them, and then they felt really weak. And then I explained to him what had happened and all that. So he is seeing how much force I have in my legs, right? So he's like, all right, I want you to push as hard as you can down into, you know, into my hand. He was like, don't hold on to anything. I just want you to press with your foot. And I'm pressing as hard as I can. And he's like, is that all that you can go? And I'm like, I'm trying my heart, like I'm trying as hard as I can go. But my legs basically had no force in them at all. They were so weak. And the doctor, he was like, bitch, what's up, you know? So he was asking me like, you know, like, what's going on, like, you know, we don't have any history of this ever happening to you. Bitch, I am as confused as you are, sir. I don't know what the hell's going on either. So he refers me to a specialist, to a neurologist. He recommends during the time, he's like, I think you should definitely get a cane so that you could walk around, because your legs are so weak that most likely you're gonna, like, they're gonna go out again and you're gonna fucking eat shit, you know? So I'm like, ugh. Me and my dad, we went to Walmart and he got me a cane, and I had to be walking around with the fucking, well, at least they weren't crutches, but I had to walk around with a cane to like help kind of support me, because that's how weak my legs were. So it took a few days, you know, I got my feeling back, and then I started to feel that fucking pain in my foot. That shit hurt so bad. It was like bruising, it was big. Couldn't wear my shoes good either. I go to a neurologist, you know, he's checking out my history, they're doing all that work that they do, and then he started to check like my nerves. He would do these things where he would shock certain parts of my legs to see if, I guess, the connections were working. It sounds like chemo. So he was checking and he was doing all that work, and all my nerves, they were all working. He was confused too. I am confused. We're all confused up in here. I'm just scared that I don't want to have to go through this again, because, you know, like, I need my legs to walk around. I need my legs to work. I can't be having them like numb or them going out or whatever. You know, I got kids to take care of. He tried to prescribe me some medication that was gonna help with like some nerve pain and stuff. But I'm really, if you guys don't know, I got anxiety. So I began scared to take medication because I started thinking all this crazy stuff, like, what if I take this medication and then I have a cold, and then I take Tylenol, and then I accidentally overdose, and then I accidentally die, and my parents are gonna be so fucking upset. And you know, so I told the doctor, I was like, I can't be on any medicine that's not gonna let me be me all of the time, or that makes me feel drowsy or makes me feel all foggy and stuff. Like, I have kids to take care of. At the time, Gianni was 4, and you know, I'm like, and Addie, she's only a few months. Like, I just can't take any medicine that's not gonna have me alert and there the whole time. I kept going to him for a few weeks, and we were trying to figure out, you know, exactly what was going on. And just as always, the doctor wasn't able to find anything wrong with me. If you guys haven't seen another story time video of when the doctors told my mom I was crazy, I'll link it somewhere up here and also down below so you guys can check it out. I'm just a person full of unsolved medical mysteries. The weirdest shit happens to me. Ever since then, I still do get those weird feelings where I feel like spiders are crawling on my legs, and every time that it happens, I'm like, God, not again, not again. I panic because that happened to me right before that whole incident happened. I be getting nervous and stuff, but you know, it hadn't happened up until right when I had COVID. I can't remember if I told you guys what had happened or not, but we had gone to Texas to go do a tile job for my mom, and I was grouting while squatting. Maybe that was a problem because I was squatting, but I was grouting while squatting, and later on that day I started to notice that my legs were going numb, and I was like, not again, not again. bitch, I'm gonna need my legs to drive back all the way to Colorado. Like, it's like 12 hours, so my legs need to work. It happened again where my legs were feeling really numb, so I was trying to do some stretches and stuff, and you know, whatever I could remember the doctor had told me to do to help alleviate some of the pain and stuff that I would get. So I was doing all of that, and my legs were numb, but they weren't 100% numb, because I remember when I was at my mom's, I was like trying to shave my legs and I couldn't feel the razor, and I was like, man, not this shit again. My legs were numb for like about 2-3 days, but I could still walk. I was walking kind of funny, but I was that bitch. I'm still gonna walk though. So that time I was able to like walk around and stuff, and then when I got the feeling back in my legs, I had really bad muscle aches from the corona. So I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what the fuck was wrong with me. The doctors have no idea what was wrong with me. Luckily nobody got hurt. Well, I mean, my foot got hurt, but luckily I didn't break anything. Luckily I didn't fall on Addie. Luckily I didn't fall on Janny as we were walking, and it hasn't happened again. Like I said, I did get that numbness, but I haven't gotten that super bad weakness where my legs completely just go out. Hopefully it never happens again. I don't know if it had anything to do with all of the changes that I was having after having Addie. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like that's the only thing that it really could be. Because my body was so out of whack for like a whole year. So that was the time that my legs gave up on me. They let me down, literally. And we don't know why. Hopefully it never happens again. But comment down below if you guys have ever had an experience like that, because I'm really curious, because I can't be the only person that this has happened to. It was very weird. I had never felt my legs being so weak and so numb, and the stupid cane. And it was so funny because, like I had told you guys, my dad had hurt his ankle a few weeks before. His manager at the time came to our house so my dad could do some work on his car, and I went outside to go get, I can't even remember what I went to go get, and I was kind of limping because once I did get the feeling back in my legs, my left foot hurt really bad when I would try to like walk. So I would walk like this, if that makes sense. I was like limping around, and I went outside to go get something, and I was limping. My dad's manager, he yells out, he's like,
Hey, cripple, what's up?
I was like, I'm not crippled. Dad, did you tell him what happened? But yeah, I don't know, my dad's manager was funny. Yeah, you guys, so that's what happened. Like I said, comment down below if it's happened to you guys before. I feel like I'm a pretty healthy person for the most part. I don't know, but I don't know, it's a mystery. I don't know what to say. Alright, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy ass story time, this unsolved medical mystery story time. And check out all of my other story times that I have. Like I said, story time videos are my favorite to do, so definitely go check those out, and also comment down below what kind of videos you guys would like to see. Go follow me on my Instagram and also on my TikTok. I've been trying to post a lot more on TikTok. Your girl's kind of shy, so go follow me on those too. Definitely appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, share it if you guys thought it was entertaining, if you guys thought this shit was funny. If you guys know someone that this has happened to, share it with them. Tell them to comment down below what exactly it was, because that shit was scary, and I get so scared whenever I feel stupid little spiders crawling on my legs. I start to panic. But yes, you guys, I will see you guys in my next video. And today's Valentine's Day. I probably won't post this till probably later in the week, but happy Valentine's Day, you guys.